Hey, welcome back to Sonic Origins. We're back
In the saddle.
with Amy this time. It's been a while. We weren't supposed to take a break before playing with Amy, but yeah, I had something of a hand injury, and now we're back. We're back at it again. There is a silver lining because there was a patch at some point where they kind of fixed some bugs, and some were related to Amy. So we're gonna have a less buggy experience playing as Amy. We're gonna be playing Sonic 1, and then we'll also have ones for Sonic CD, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3. And as per usual, we're not going for the Chaos Emeralds with the extra characters, except we'll do that in Sonic 3 because those are the easiest special stages, and also
Even though 2 is the funnest.
it is, but 3 is the easiest, and I want to see Super Amy. So stick around until we get to Sonic 3 if you want to see Super Amy. However, I will also be doing one special stage per game just so that we can see Amy in the special stage.
Are you sure there is a Super Amy?
I wasn't sure until I read the patch notes, and they're like, we fixed a visual effect for Super Amy. I was like, oh, well, thanks for spoiling it for me right before I started playing.
They spoiled it.
But I would have been disappointed if we collected the Chaos Emeralds and there was no Super Amy. But there's no Super Amy, there's no Super form in Sonic 1 period because there's only 6 Chaos Emeralds.
Dang, that makes sense.
So let's talk about Amy for a sec. She's got her Pico Pico hammer. If you jump, press the jump button again, you get this hammer, which gives her a bigger hitbox.
Nice.
She's also got something like Sonic's drop dash, where if you hold down the button, you kind of get to run and waving your hammer like that. She's also, I noticed, short like Tails, which is kind of an advantage because that gives you a smaller hitbox. And she's kind of just a better Sonic, to be honest. I mean, she's just as fast. Oh, gotta get the special stage.
Oh, whoa.
And she's as fast as Sonic. She jumps as high as Sonic. She has a smaller hitbox, and her attack has a bigger hitbox because of the hammer. And we're gonna exploit some bosses with that.
I'm sure when they originally made this game, they developed the bosses with Amy in mind, so it won't be broken.
Yeah, they definitely knew that, like, 20, 30 years in the future,
Amy would be
they were gonna
playable.
put Amy Rose, who hadn't even been invented yet. Like, we're totally gonna do this. We're in for the long game.
20 years from now, they'll be impressed how balanced this game is.
They'll be really impressed.
And then everyone will hire Sonic Team to do every game.
Hire Sonic Team to do literally every game ever made.
The next Mario game, it's Sonic Team.
How the tables have turned. Oh, you get 3 coins for that?
Ooh, it's more than 2.
I got a lot of coins. There's no concern.
I think you should spend them all.
I don't know if you can spend them all on anything. I think they're just for redoing special stages.
That's kind of pointless in my opinion. Like, there should be like a shop. It's like, hey, Sonic with the scarf.
Maybe there is. I didn't really look, but I don't think there is. I mean, it is pretty handy for the special stages. It's like, oh, I failed the special stage. I'll try again 240 times until I get it. I don't think I've ever failed a special stage that many times.
We came close. We probably failed one at least like 20 or 30 times.
Oh yeah, on the one special stage that we had to take a break from in Sonic 2.
That would
We
be.
had to stop playing. We were like, all right, let's just get up for a sec.
It was just like so annoying and frustrating. It was just like we were done with it. It's too early in the morning for that.
There was also the fact that your controller was not working correctly.
Oh yeah, it would just disconnect randomly.
It was that, and like your D-pad was messed up.
Mm.
I'm having like weirdness with Amy's jumps. Sometimes she doesn't jump. I don't know what's up with that.
It's her jump box. Oh.
I just want to go down.
Dude, how quickly would you set this song as your ringtone if you could?
Green Hill Zone?
Yeah.
I mean, I could. I never really considered it.
Are you considering it now? Is the music different?
I mean, I'm not really considering because I don't get phone calls.
That's good though. I honestly, I hate getting calls from telemarketers. Those are the worst.
That's like all I would ever get phone calls from. So I turned my ringer off.
That makes sense.
I was like, if you need me, just text me. And if it's something important that I know I'll be getting a call from, I'll turn my ringer on.
Have you ever seen that meme where it's like someone, you know how like people will like text you, call me, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
There's a meme where someone was like, if someone ever, I'm so tired of people telling that to me, I'm gonna call someone and tell them to text me and then just hang up.
That would be really hilarious. Just like waste so much time doing that.
You call someone, you're like, hey, text me. You just hang up.
I'm really, like, I don't know why she's not jumping. I swear that's not me.
Maybe she's floaty.
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know, it might be like Sonic Origins physics, like not being quite exactly the same as the original games.
Mm.
However, I do like that they've been patching Sonic Origins kind of a lot. I'm becoming hopeful because when Sonic Origins originally released, like launch day, it was quite buggy. It was not in a good state, but yeah, they've been fixing up stuff. Kind of hoping like maybe one day it'll be even less buggy than like the original Genesis games, because there are some bugs that existed in the original games that like they got fixed, so that's cool.
Really? Oh, you mean not at launch? You mean now?
Yeah, well, no, there was some bugs that like at launch, like that were fixed from the original games. Because I know there were some things that were kind of annoying in the original games. I was like, you know, gotta avoid those. You play them in Sonic Origins, and it's like, oh, that's not even a thing here. Like in Sonic 1, there's some spikes that you just like fall through and then die from a bottomless pit instead of just getting hurt by the spikes. But not a thing here.
Not on my watch.
Interestingly, it seemed like Sonic 1 was like the buggiest. At least in terms of like noticeable bugginess. If that makes sense.
Was there any helpful bugs?
Not that I can think of. Maybe some like speedrun bugs. That are a little bit difficult to execute. I think there's one for Marble Zone. I think there's one for this one.
Interesting.
I forgot what it is. You like glitch through the floor or something, and then it like zooms you to the end.
There should always be infinite life bugs.
The Sega, not Sega, Sonic. What do you call social media? The social media team? Anyway, they made like a meme where somebody does that glitch, and then like the score screen says, how does that meme go? I haven't heard this meme in so long. The one where it's like, you cheated not only the game but also yourself. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. It's kind of an old meme at this point.
If we find it, we'll put it in edit, post edit.
It's probably easy to find.
Oh, whoa. That's what you call a hidden blade.
I'm playing a little bit recklessly.
Because your name is Amy.
It's because I'm racking my brain trying to remember how that meme goes.
I swear it was the best meme.
It came from like... It came from a Reddit post where somebody was playing, I think Sekiro, maybe? It was a game. And they like glitch cheated to do something. And then somebody left this like really long post about how they accomplished nothing and how they're like missing out on life.
Is that a copy pasta? I think I know what you're talking about actually.
Yeah.
If it's a copy pasta, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the whole thing like verbatim, but yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so yeah, Sonic Team just went and was like, let's just they like recoded the what do you call it? The windscreen.
To say all that?
Just for that meme.
That's an incredible amount of dedication.
So you remember these blocks?
I do. Oh my gosh.
You can break 2 at a time now with her hammer.
Amy is very powerful.
She is. She's like suddenly best classic character.
Sonic has a very powerful girlfriend.
She's not his girlfriend though.
What?
He just wants to be.
Since when? Is it that?
Because Sonic's like a lone
hedgehog?
Well, I guess he's not like a lone wolf. He's got tails.
And Knuckles.
I don't really know. I don't know why. I don't know why Sonic doesn't go for Amy. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure he has his reason, but I don't know what it is.
Why doesn't he just marry her?
He just doesn't like her that way. He just doesn't like her that way. She's the only female hedgehog in existence.
Yeah, on this planet, whatever it is.
And he doesn't care.
He probably wants to date Cream, is what it is.
The rabbit.
Is she rabbit?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She a rabbit.
She wears something over her head, right? Like a head beanie or something, right?
I don't know what you're picturing. I think you're picturing the wrong character.
Oh no.
Cream the rabbit is just a rabbit. She's got rabbit ears and a red dress. I think it's red. Maybe it's yellow. I'm not really sure.
Maybe it's Cream?
Her fur is cream colored. Also, isn't it interesting that a fox and a rabbit exist together as friends?
Well, who's the fox?
Tails.
Oh. Wow. They made the most feral animal the most, like, meekest.
That is kind of true, yeah. Yet, is Tails the only predator animal in like the Sonic main team?
And he's like the meekest one.
Yeah, he's got a high reliance on Sonic. Everybody knows hedgehogs are stronger than foxes.
Honestly, have we ever tested in real life like a hedgehog's speed compared to a fox's? Maybe Sonic is onto something.
I mean, you could probably just look up top speeds. And actually, I had forgotten we have some facts prepared. Because I wasn't sure how much we were going to have to talk about since we're replaying the same games just with Amy. So we got not only Amy Rose facts. By the way, these are all AI generated facts.
Yeah.
Therefore, at least with the Amy facts, I will be vetting them myself to, say whether they're true or false. And hedgehog facts are just for fun. 'Cause I don't really know anything about hedgehogs.
Except they're blue and fast.
Dude, that's the one thing I know about hedgehogs. They're blue and they're fast. So I wonder what else there is about them. So, why don't you give me the first hedgehog fact?
Alright, this is literally the worst one because I do not know how to pronounce this word. So, is it even a word? I don't know. The first fact is...
The world may never know.
Only ChatGPT will know. Hedgehogs are small mammals that belong to the Saidae family.
Is that the entire fact?
That is the entire fact.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Well, I mean,
What?
I don't even know the word, so I don't think we learned anything.
Well, what's the second fact then? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
Alright. They are known for their spines, which are modified hairs made of keratin. These spines are typically brown or beige, not blue, in color and serve as a defense mechanism.
I guess that's about as basic a hedgehog fact as you can get.
Isn't keratin the same stuff as fingernails?
Yeah, keratin is hair and fingernails and claws.
So their spines are as weak as our fingernails?
No, I mean, you can structure it differently. It's probably stronger than hair. I mean, nails are stronger than hair, right?
Oh, or wait, does it mean like spines as in spikes and not its actual spine?
Yeah, it's calling the quills spines.
Okay, I would call those like spikes or something, like, cause like a spine to me suggests
I would
that
call
it's
them
actual
quills.
spine. That's a good point.
I guess spine has more than one meaning, more than one definition. We're in the yard of springs.
Oh yeah, dude, this is ringtone worthy. Set this as your ringtone.
You can't tell me what to do. I'll set it as my text tone every time I get a text. This entire song will play. Actually, it's a looping song, so. What?
This part's actually pretty good.
Didn't even catch that bullet.
That should be a Steven
It's
Seagal
like
movie.
it's almost like an amusement park.
Yeah,
A what movie?
a Steven Seagal movie.
I've never seen a Steven Seagal movie.
Really? Oh, what's that thing following you?
No. I don't remember what those are called, but they're annoying. When they're in ball form, you can't hurt them, but they can hurt you. Yeah, all I've seen of Steven Seagal is that one meme where he's entering the room, and he doesn't know where anybody is.
Oh, the Pulp Fiction one? I still haven't seen that movie.
Isn't that movie like a masterpiece or something?
I don't know. I know everyone. It's like 40% of memes on the internet has just come from that one movie.
There does seem to be a lot of Pulp Fiction memes.
Yeah, I don't even know the movie. I just know like the memes are so prevalent everywhere.
I think that's probably the case for a lot of things for a lot of people.
You just know the memes instead of the actual source material.
I know the memes, but I don't know the source material. So another cool thing that Amy's got going for her with her Pico hammer is she can attack things through walls.
Whoa. Enemies?
So, yeah, I don't know if you saw me doing that, attacking buzz bombers while they were still like inside the wall, where I otherwise would not have been able to hit them.
That is some top level gameplay right there.
There's some top level, Top Gear.
Talk here. Another movie I haven't seen.
Top Gear is not a movie.
No? Oh, I'm thinking of Top Gun.
Oh, Top Gun I have not seen. Well, I guess I've seen a lot of clips from it.
I've basically seen the movie, you know?
I've basically seen it. Tom Cruise is there and they fly a plane.
Yeah, the movie's basically just Tom Cruise in a plane the whole time.
What? So why don't you give me an Amy fact?
Oh. Will it be accurate, though?
We'll find out.
Okay, Amy Rose facts. Fact number 1. Amy Rose is a fictional character in the Sonic the Hedgehog video game series created by Sega.
You think that one's true? Don't know.
It's pretty iffy, actually. We might need to check that.
Yeah, we might need to fact check that one. It always starts out so basic with the facts. Hopefully, it gets more trivia. Let's go. I guess we'll go for the second one.
All right. She made her first appearance in the game Sonic CD, released in 1993.
That is correct. I think 1993 is... Yes, 1993 is correct. It was released after Sonic 2, but canonically takes place before Sonic 2.
Wow.
Because Sonic hadn't met Tails yet in Sonic CD. Bonk. Can I get that? Can I get that shield? I guess I don't really need it. Well,
But you'll feel better if you get it.
got it anyway. So I thought maybe Amy would play, like before I started playing this, I thought maybe Amy would play, kind of like she did in Sonic Advance, where she had like a completely different moveset from the others. She could not spin dash in Sonic Advance. Instead, she had like a hop. If you press down in jump, like the way you do a spin dash, she would like slam her hammer on the ground, and then she would do like a super high jump. And if you do that, like you slam the hammer down on a spring bouncer, you go like super crazy high.
Oh no.
And you could like bounce off enemies higher with your Pico hammer if you do it in the air. And that was fun. She had a really fun play style. We'll play Sonic Advance one day, so we'll see that.
Oh yeah.
But nah, here she just plays like a kind of powered up Sonic in this game.
She plays like Sonic's girlfriend.
It's pretty interesting because Amy is, I mean, she's not fast. I mean, you know, canonically, she's supposed to be slower than Sonic. Okay, well, there's a box up there, but for some reason I can't get the momentum to get in the hole.
I think everyone's supposed to be slower than Sonic, no? With the exception of maybe Shadow.
Oh, hey, check this out.
Is that a glitch or is that...
Yeah, I found a glitch. Can I get out? Okay, good. Yeah, like Tails is like just a little bit slower than Sonic. If Tails winds up his tails to propel himself forward, he's like almost as fast as Sonic. Or at least that's what it's supposed to be. They made him like way slower in like the newer games for some reason. They're like, nah, he's a tinkerer now.
Now he flies around in the jet. Which isn't a jet, it's just a plane, actually.
That is, well, he turns it into a jet.
Oh.
Kind of. I mean, he puts a rocket booster on it. I guess that makes it a jet.
Is a biplane with a rocket booster still a biplane?
it might just be a plane still. How about another Amy fact?
All right.
Wait, hang on. Before we do that, there's a boss coming up, and I want to talk about the boss. Just gotta hop on over these, whatever these are. Do you remember this boss?
I think so. I mean, of course I remember Dr. Eggman.
I failed the challenge before I even said what I was going to try to do, which is to beat him without him picking up any of the blocks, which I did successfully do one time. Yeah, so normally you can't jump high enough to hit him. You would just be out of reach, but with her hammer, she can reach him. So you don't have to wait on his nonsense, you just go for it.
You just take him out.
Just jump up and hit him with your hammer. But that was the fastest I ever beat him, so, you know. I'll take that.
The small victories.
Alright, I'll take that Amy fact now.
Amy is a pink anthropomorphic hedgehog with green eyes and a red hairband.
Yes, that is correct. Next fact.
Her age throughout the series. Oh, her age varies throughout the series, but she is typically depicted as being around 12 to 13 years old.
She's not 13 on the wiki, just 12. I think her age did change. I think she might have been 8 originally.
8?
And then they changed her to 12.
Baby?
Maybe, I don't really... Maybe that's not right. I know Tails is 8. So that's interesting.
Tails is just a baby fox with like infinite IQ.
I mean, how old is 8 in fox years though? It's like a adult fox.
Well, I don't know if fox years are like dog years. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not a foxologist.
I'm not a foxologist or anything.
I'm only a sonicologist.
I want another hedgehog fact.
Alright. Hedgehog it is. Hedgehogs have a unique ability to curl into a tight ball when they feel threatened, exposing only their spines as a protective shield.
Everybody knows that.
But did you know it?
Did you know that? I was really hoping for some more interesting facts. Does it look like there's more like things that people don't already know in there?
Maybe.
I'll take your word for it. And by that I mean, give me the next hedgehog fact.
Okay. There are several species of hedgehogs, including the most common European hedgehog, oh my gosh, Erinaceus europaeus, and the African pygmy hedgehog, Atelerix albivintris, often kept as pets.
Interesting. I didn't know that there was multiple species of hedgehogs, but I guess it's not very surprising either.
Yeah, consider there's multiple species of everything.
Except for humans.
Or I guess it's not species, it's breeds, no? Well, it did say species.
What's the difference between a species and a breed anyway?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, because a dog is a species, there's like 20 million breeds. I mean, but it kind of makes sense when you say like a cat is a species, and then a lion is a species, and then a tiger is a species, but they're all the same family.
I guess there's different types of tigers. You got like your orange tiger, I don't know what those are called. You got your Bengal tigers.
So maybe that would be the breeds?
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a phlebotomist.
So what type of hedgehog do you think... What species do you think Sonic and Amy are? Are they the same hedgehog species?
I'm going to guess that they are the European hedgehogs.
Makes sense to me. If you heard the They Call Me Sonic song, which I don't remember what the heck that's from. but it's like it's like pitched up, and if you pitch it back down, it's a British guy singing it.
Interesting.
So now you know that Sonic at least sings British.
Sonic comes from Britain.
Britain the Hedgehog.
That's why he's blue.
Like the Union Jack. So why is Amy pink?
We're learning so much tonight.
Yeah, we're learning so much. Thanks, get educated.
So many facts, so much science. Can't even comprehend right now.
I can't even comprehend this.
Oh. Now you're invincible.
I am.
What are you gonna do while invincible?
No, I had some thoughts about Labyrinth Zone. I was gonna be like, nobody likes Labyrinth Zone.
But
then, there's probably people that like Labyrinth Zone.
it's probably about...
And I don't particularly...
There's probably about, like, 7 people.
I kind of don't like Labyrinth Zone, but I kind of also like Labyrinth Zone. I appreciate what it brings to the table, which is, like every game has got to have the one level that kind of
Sucks.
takes away something about the abilities that you've learned. Like you learn how to go fast in Sonic, and Labyrinth Zone kind of messes with your character's abilities, and like now you have to like retrain and get better.
And now there's no fast.
Now there's no fast. Your fast has been reduced. Deal with it. Get good.
You know what's funny? It's mostly in all games, it's water levels seem to suck.
Yeah, water levels... I don't know, yeah, water levels are... Yeah, they just turns everything on its side. It's like, you're not on land now you're in water, and now the game's different and harder.
Shit, your controls suck.
Get used to it. But then when you come out of it, you're better. Because it's like, now you're on land after you dealt with all that.
You're better mentally and spiritually.
That's right. Give me another Amy fact.
Oh, shoot. Amy is known for her crush on Sonic the Hedgehog and often pursues him romantically, though Sonic sees her more as a friend.
Okay, yep, next Amy fact.
She is often seen
Maybe
carrying around... Good.
I was gonna say, maybe I should have looked at these beforehand. Just kind of maybe taking out the obvious ones. But hey, maybe some people don't know that, I don't know.
I think we should write to Sega and have them be like, Amy and Sonic need to get married in the next game.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's a glitch here with Amy. Sometimes she doesn't grab onto the pillars that you're supposed to grab onto. So that's why I just ran into those spikes.
Or is that what he wants us to think?
Anyway, so what was that fact?
She is often carrying around a large red hammer called the Pico Pico hammer, which she uses as both a weapon and a tool.
She does use it as both a weapon and a tool. In fact, in Sonic Adventure, there's like switches you gotta hit in her levels. I hope I can get some rings soon. I goofed up.
Done
I'll
goofed.
just check my. I'll take that.
Oh, I was like, dude, you gotta get the bubble, but...
I'm already in the air. Yeah, sometimes when I see the bubbles, I'm like so conditioned to like go after them. Like, oh, I gotta get that before it disappears.
Better jump back in the water and get the bubble.
Yeah, better jump back in the water so I can breathe. Look at that shield. Boss is coming up.
Oh, now he's taking damage.
Maybe you remember this boss fight, where instead of damaging him, we're just chasing him.
That is truly the pinnacle of fighting.
And this segment still takes up so much of my focus.
Is it because of the water?
It's because there's a lot of obstacles, and I have to remember certain things about them. Okay.
Is that it? Nice.
Yeah, there's like certain things. I learned that the first 2 fireball things you don't wait for. You just go, and then everything else after that, you wait until it does its thing, then you go.
Interesting.
And then, but also, for like 2 of the fireball things, you have to do a low jump to get to the next platform, because it's gonna fire. It's fire, and you want to be lower than it when you get there.
Mm-hmm. So, as a Sonic fan, have you ever like been through this entire map, like all the maps in their entirety, exploring everything, or do you just go the same path every time? Do you look around, or?
In Sonic 3, I've definitely explored everything. Sonic 1 and 2, I'm familiar with. I mean, definitely, like, huge fan of the games. But Sonic 3 and Knuckles is always kind of my jam that I spent, like, a ton of time on.
Because I was wondering, it's like, how does someone... I mean, obviously you want to figure out the best route, but it's like, do people normally just like, oh, I'm gonna look at everything on the map?
I do remember at one point in time, I found, full maps, like PNGs, of the Sonic 3 stages. And, I remember learning, like, where some special stages were that I hadn't known about before. I was like, oh, that's there, I didn't know that. And then you go in game and you check it out, and it's like, yep, there it is. Now I know where an extra ring is, in case I fail a special stage and need to get another one, but now that's not an issue, because you can just redo special stages in Sonic Origins. Oh yeah, did I mention that her hammer can go through the spiky things of the Orbinauts?
I don't even know what those are. The Orbinauts.
I probably didn't need to mention it, because you could just see it. It's the thing that I just killed by using my hammer on it and getting through its spiky balls. I was doing it a bunch in Labyrinth Zone as well.
Amy is such a genius. She brought a hammer with her.
Yeah, very smart to bring a hammer. Next, let's get another Amy fact.
Another Amy fact.
Yeah, one more Amy fact.
Oh, you're gonna love-hate this one. Amy has a cheerful and energetic personality, but she can also be stubborn and determined.
That is that is true. How many more are there? Is there a lot?
There's a lot of Amy facts.
All right, we may as well just do them then. What's the next one?
All right. In addition to her appearances in video games, Amy has also appeared in various Sonic animated TV shows and comics.
Next Amy fact.
She has been a playable character in several Sonic games, including the racing game Sonic and Sega All-Stars and the fighting game Sonic the Fighters.
What were those game titles?
It was Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Sonic the Fighters.
I think those are the right. I think it's just Sonic Fighters. I don't think it's Sonic. Wow, I haven't died there in a long time.
It's all these Amy facts.
Yeah, it's all these Amy facts. I was like, is it Sonic the Fighters? I think it's just Sonic Fighters. And Sonic and All-Stars Racing. Yep, that's
No, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
Sonic and yeah, that's actually what it is. 8 was right. I was not.
I was the fool.
What fool I was.
I love proper English.
I almost did it again.
You know what they say, third time's a charm.
Well, that was the second time, so...
Gotta wait for the next one.
I guess I'm ahead of the curve. Yeah, I better go jump off, come back, get it done even better. So I assume this place is still somewhat under construction, considering all the scaffolding. Can I get those rings? Do I even need those rings? Not really.
But you got them anyways.
Okay, let's go for another Amy fact. There's got to be something interesting in there. The Knuckles ones were interesting. I thought for sure the Amy ones would be just as interesting.
Amy Rose has a strong sense of justice and often takes on a heroic role helping Sonic and his friends in their adventures.
She does do that.
That kind of reminds me of the time when like the chat GPT wrote the like Shantae and like Sailor Moon team up.
Oh wait, hang on. I check this boss out. Well, first of all, I can hit him from here.
Oh.
But also, apparently you could just stand in the center. I like discovered this very recently. I can win by doing nothing.
Yeah, he's not even hitting you.
These are the pro strats that you'll find here on Sage and Tsuko Play.
This is, I mean, it's a good boss strategy. If you're a speedrunner, this is a terrible strategy.
Yeah, you could definitely fight him faster. I mean, if you're Amy would definitely be the fastest at fighting him if you were using the hammer. You could just jump up repeatedly and hit him. But if you just want to get it done and put your controller down while it happens, you can just stand right in the center.
Maybe fill up on some coffee, take a little break.
I don't know if you have enough time to make coffee. The boss fight was probably like 15 seconds.
Someone like rushes, like trying to the coffee. I gotta make coffee.
I gotta finish this coffee before the boss fight finishes.
I gotta make it and finish it before the boss fight does. This part always annoys me.
Really? Does it?
It's just the unsymmetrical, asymmetrical, like, shapes right there. That just, you know, like one's a perfect rectangle and the other's like a weird... I don't even know what it was. Some kind of weird shape, and it's just like, why? Why can't they fit perfectly?
I don't know what their purpose even is.
Just to slow you down, I guess.
I mean, I assume they were supposed to be, like, machinery, like, actually doing something more than just slowing Sonic, or in this case, Amy, down.
Technically, it should be to get rid of him, right? Like, that's Eggman's whole goal, is get rid of him, not slow him down, so I can finish my bled.
Yeah, I guess he does want to get rid of him, not just simply slow him down.
Yeah, Eggman's not like, alright, this level is specifically designed to slow him down so I can finish my plan. It's like, nah.
Nah, bro. Man, how surprised do you think Robotnik is gonna be? Or I guess has been, when he sees Amy instead of Sonic. Like, what the heck?
He's gonna be so confused.
Who's this?
Who is this Sonic's girlfriend?
Is this Sonic's girlfriend? Is she taking over for him?
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, next time you look up an Amy fact, just skip all of the blatantly obvious ones.
That might cut it down to like 10.
Really? Well, if you did that, then what's next? Like, if it's about her personality... But if there's something that looks like there might be something interesting in there, just say it.
Amy is friends with other characters in the Sonic series, such as Tails and Knuckles, and she's a member of the team known as Team Sonic.
Well, actually... I don't know if it's referring to Team Sonic in Sonic Heroes, because Team Sonic was Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Whoa! Amy was part of Team Rose, which was Amy, Cream, and Big the Cat.
Oh, not Omega? What?
Omega was in Team Dark with Rouge and Shadow. Oh dear. Okay. So, should I dock the AI on not getting that one right?
Yeah, they threw her with Team Sonic, which she is not.
All right. Well, we got one. We got one in there.
We've proved you wrong, AI. Where's all your billions
With my
of dollars
superior
worth
human intellect.
You couldn't even tell what team Amy was on.
She's on Team Rose.
Actually, you might laugh at the one like 3 down from that.
Why? What is it?
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, she's a member of Team Rose, a group consisting of Amy, Cream the Rabbit, and Big the Cat.
I don't know. I think she might be part of Team Sonic.
I mean, it just said Team Sonic, so why should I believe this Team Rose now?
I am like kind of impressed that I got the characters right though. Like that time. Like it did say Amy, Cream, and Big, right?
Yeah, Big the Cat. It said Cream the Rabbit too.
Oh yeah, Cream the Rabbit was in Sonic Advance 2, I think? She can fly. She's the only other flying character besides Tails.
Oh, so she's gonna marry Tails.
That would be an interesting turn of events. Do they have interspecies? I guess they do. Like, Knuckles and Rouge are sure,
Interspecies.
Are sure, romantically involved, even though they won't admit it.
They being Sega or they being Knuckles and Rouge?
Knuckles and Rouge.
Oh, okay. I think the CEO of Sega should hold a press conference and say, like, they're an official thing.
They're an official couple, guys. Please congratulate them.
Dude, what if a company, dude, if I'm Sega, alright, I can't even, like, get my thoughts straight with this, dude. Alright, so pretend I'm the CEO of Sega. I'm gonna come out and say that and, like, hold, like, a fake date. Just be like, oh, this date, August 17th, is Sonic and Amy's wedding, so please come to, I don't know, like, Sega HQ and stuff, and we're gonna have a fake wedding, there's gonna be cake and stuff. Like, that's something Sega would actually do.
That's something probably a lot of companies would do.
They should start doing.
I mean, why not? It sounds fun.
Yeah, like, it's a great way to sell your games, too.
I'd come for the cake. Please give me some air.
Dude, are you gonna get this? Okay. I thought we were gonna lose right there.
Nah. Just needed that air.
I'm too good to lose here. Whoa.
Just waiting on the air.
That makes sense. That's what I do in life.
Ow! Ow!
Well, there it goes.
Well, rest in peace. No! Stop! Sega! Sega, no!
And it was right there, too. How far back do we go? Scrap brain!
Yeah, the beginning of the level. Let's just not screw up this time.
Harder said than done.
Next time I come to that specific air bubble, I'm, not gonna wait on it. Huh! So is there another interesting Amy fact?
There's facts. Whether or not they're interesting is a whole other thing entirely.
To be determined.
Amy Rose is often depicted as Sonic the Hedgehog's self-proclaimed girlfriend.
Technically, no. She has never claimed to be Sonic's girlfriend.
Interesting.
It's known that she's interested, but she was never like, I'm Sonic's girlfriend.
Maybe.
Please.
Maybe she will in the next game. Oh, Sonic Superstars, the latest game that just came out.
Yeah, and Amy. Oh, I'm not waiting on this one. They got like a Amy. They gave Amy an exclusive dress, like DLC. Hang on, I'm trying not to drown to death.
No. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna be like, nah. It better not.
I was just holding my breath that whole time. I was like, I just gotta get out of this water. What was it saying? So yeah, she got a dress. I guess if it was like you sign up for the Sega newsletter, you get the dress. It's classic Amy, but in her modern dress. But they also did release it as DLC for like $1 something, $1.50 I think.
So you could get it for free.
It's interesting. They like announced that pretty soon after Amy came out in this game. Do I wait for this, or do I go up for the air?
Well, I guess we should have gone up for there.
I still don't know if I had enough time. So yeah, they showed that dress off like pretty soon after. What the hell? Are you kidding me? Pretty soon after Amy came out in this game. And I was gonna say, it's interesting. It seems like they're giving Amy a lot more love now.
Maybe they're ramping up for the wedding.
That's what it is.
Listen, it's like the CEO of Sega. You're just like, listen, Amy and Sonic are gonna get married soon, so I want her to have a more front role in games.
Yeah, she needs a bigger role, guys. I forgot that I'm like technically supposed to speedrun this part because of the drowning. And I wasn't doing that. I was thinking about Sonic's wedding.
You were thinking, what cake are they gonna have?
What cake are they gonna have? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think Amy is a little bit overhated. She's not like my favorite character or anything, but I never really understood the hate that Amy often gets.
Maybe it's because she has a hammer.
So, what's the next hedgehog fact look like? Is it just a bunch of like scientific words that nobody's gonna understand?
No, it's actually pretty simple. Hedgehogs are nocturnal creatures, meaning they are most active during the night.
I did not know that they're nocturnal.
But did you know what nocturnal means? Because ChatGPT wanted you to know.
that I did know. So does that mean Sonic and Amy should be sleeping during the day?
Sleeping during the day and getting married at night.
Well, that'd be interesting. Sonic and Amy getting married at night.
When everyone else is asleep.
Foxes are probably nocturnal too, right?
I think so. Or maybe they can be nocturnal, I don't know.
I mean, I've only ever seen foxes at night.
True. After Sonic and Amy's wedding, Tails and Cream should be next.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna marry all the Sonic characters. Because
This
why
has
not?
turned into just. This has just turned into like a video where we're just talking about ships. Like, man, what Sonic characters should get married? I think Rouge and Knuckles
Should get
work
married.
really well together.
Well, wait, who do you
They should get married.
Who do you pair with Shadow?
Shadow doesn't have any room for love in his heart.
He's too
Either
busy.
that or Maria.
Maria. Isn't she?
Well, I guess Maria. She's dead.
Oh, you spoiled our playthrough.
There's not a spoiler. It's a normal plot point. So we beat the game.
What? That was the final boss for Amy?
Yeah, Sonic 1's a pretty short game.
Wow.
Would be longer if we were going for the Chaos Emeralds, but there's no reason to. You got a cool sprite with her hammer.
That is pretty cool. Sonic Team staff. They made this game.
Sonic Team made Sonic the Hedgehog.
I never would have guessed.
And they put Amy in it. So, you know, I feel like this adds quite an interesting, and it's just an interesting add to the game, because it's kind of easier now. Like, if you want to play Sonic 1, and you want to play as a character that's a lot like Sonic, but has some moves that make the game just a little bit easier, you play as Amy.
Yeah.
I want to see if it glitches here during the cutscene. It doesn't. That's weird. But it does, like, during actual gameplay. Isn't that interesting?
It is pretty interesting.
All right, let's get one more Amy fact before we call it.
All right, a random one or just the next one?
The next one that, you know what, just the next one.
She has a special ability called the Spin Dash, which allows her to curl up into a ball and roll at high speeds.
Well, that was not the case until this very moment in this game.
So it's
I guess it's technically correct, but it was probably not correct when that list was generated, because that list was generated before she was in this game.
Try again.
Try again? No, I don't think I will.
No thanks.
He doesn't have all the chaos. See, I got the one chaos emerald, so he can't harness the power of all 6 of them.
All 6, which isn't even all 8 or 7.
I don't know what you get for having 6 of them. Yeah, you wouldn't have all 7 anyway.
Whoa, this better be Amy.
Yeah, how many times have we seen this cutscene now? This is probably the 3rd time.
Clearly not enough.
There they go.
That was only 6, right?
There was 6, and then another one showed up, and then went to that other island.
Oh.
Well, that was fun. And also, since I think like last time we played, this was not a thing. You can look at the island for some reason.
It looks like a theme park island. Like, this is a theme park I would go to.
I think this is South Island. I guess it does kind of look like a theme park.
Yeah, I would go there.
This could be, this could be like an attraction. If there was like Sega Land, you know, like there's Nintendo Land.
Yeah, and they could get married there.
You have your animatronics. That's where they'll get married.
There'll be cake.
Those come for the cake. And make sure to congratulate
Sonic
and Amy on their wedding, on their marriage.
What color does blue and pink make when you mix them?
Blue and pink?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably like a brownish color.
So they're gonna have a brown baby.
Brown baby. Will they? Is that what color it makes? Yeah, it's probably like a brown. It looks like a light brown. It'll be normal hedgehog colored.
They took 2 off-color hedgehogs to make a normal one.
That's how it's done.
In real life.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching me play Amy in Sonic 1. I don't know if I like skipped over. I hope I didn't like miss anything that like people wanted to see. I wasn't really focused that much. But yeah, but we still got more anyway. We're still got Sonic CDs next. I'm actually really curious to see Amy in Sonic CD because, as we know, Amy was she was like captive in Sonic CD. So it'll be interesting to see what twist. I don't know. I just want to see if she's still tied up in the first level. I guess that would be like the one difference.
Or will it be Sonic?
And if Amy falls in love with Amy, like she does with Sonic,
that would be something.
Or yeah, maybe we'll be saving Sonic. Who knows? And then after that will be Sonic 2 and then Sonic 3. So stay tuned for Sonic, Amy Rose, and Sonic CD. And
join us.
Buenos?
Join us.
Oh, join us. I thought you were saying like Buenos. I was like, what? Buenos noches. Good night, everybody.
Technically, you could end the show like that.